That smells like cough syrup.
Smells like cough syrup?
It really does.
You smell like cough syrup.
Alright, bet.
Hi, I'm Pat X. This is PSYCHii. Today I'm with John Doe. And we're just gonna chop it up. So stay tuned. It's not gonna go like that.
I bet.
Timing wise, it's gonna go like that. Okay, so like I said, I am Pat X. This is PSYCHii. Today, I am sipping on. What am I sipping on?
Echinacea.
That was the boom. I got a sampler pack from Celestial Seasonings. Wow. This is wild berry, so it should taste pretty good. John is sipping on.
It's the Yogi brand. It's kava for stress relief.
All right. John's stressed out, so we're sipping on a little bit of stress relief. I'm also eating these little coconut joints, which you're welcome to.
These things are trash.
They're really subtle and they go well with the tea. But yeah, so would you like to introduce yourself?
What is there to introduce?
I don't know, man.
I do a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you could cohesively tell me and other people who the fuck you are.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm John Doe. I'm Rain Honey Tea on Instagram. Kind of a fitness enthusiast with yoga, specifically speaking. And then I do a lot of marketing. Yeah. And right now we're doing an advertisement setup for the new website for Chef Copy Co. It's a pain in the ass. Because first of all, fuck Facebook and all their changes for their UI. But
oh man,
yeah. But that's pretty much what I do. Yeah.
Hopefully y'all can't hear me chewing. It's kind of gross.
ASMR.
Yeah. So I think the prompt that just kind of popped into my head as we were setting up stuff, I thought, I wonder what people from different time periods, like how they would react to like some of the technological advances, and like which ones would be like the thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe like a caveman, like they probably just pop, you know what I mean? Like, oh, everything's like some divine whatever.
Right.
But like maybe somebody from like 400 years ago would be like, okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
It like totally makes sense, but we just didn't quite figure it out yet. Or,
Yeah.
like,
400 years ago is still in the range of like witchcraft, I think.
right, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh man, yeah, because back then, like anything that wasn't like God did this, it's like the devil.
Straight up.
It's like the earth isn't
Straight
flat.
up.
Satan. For sure. So yeah, maybe.
I think that, so yeah. Probably also depends on who in the time period too. Because you go 400 years ago and you get a philosopher that'd be like, oh yeah, science.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Of course it can't be God. There's a reason and there's a way to explain what's
Right.
happening, you know?
Depends on who you talk to. For
Big
sure.
facts.
For sure.
But honestly, it'd probably be a lot of like witch trials going back through. If we try to integrate two time periods together, I think a lot of lynchings would happen.
facts. And then they would try to like burn some chick because she's a witch because she has an iPhone, and then like
Or burn some chick because she says she's a witch because it's 2020.
right, or there's like tarot card or something like, hey, let me read it. What?
Yeah.
Heathen. And then some black guy walks up, is like, no. And he's like, what? You can't talk to me like that. Who do you think you are? Somebody kill him.
There'd be another Boston Harbor because the taxes are going up.
Somebody kill him. What? That's my boyfriend. Another male walks up. What is happening? Oh God, he would just be so confused. Culture overload.
Straight up.
It's like, yeah, guys kiss guys now. Women read tarot cards, and like black people are okay. You're pretty much caught up.
That's blasphemy.
And we've gotten dumber, so we just created more intelligent tools. Maybe, arguably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten dumber in some regards, but highly more intelligent in others.
I think we've become less resourceful That's the thing, you know what I mean? Instead of doing it ourselves, we've come up with the ingenuity to like get other things to do it for us. But then if those things break, we are lost. You know what I mean? Like that's what happens.
For sure. I think about that a lot because like if we were in this room with like other animals, like we would not survive. We would be one of the first to like die. Like we can't do shit. We don't have claws. We can't see at night. Like I'm pretty sure animals like laugh at us. Like fucker.
Probably.
Oh yeah. All we can do is like make shit.
Speaking of the tarot cards, I was doing some history reading up on them, and it started off as a parlor game.
That makes total sense.
It wasn't even like something spiritual to begin with. It was just like, hey, let me create this. And parlor games back then are like a little bit different. So it was like more seance-y type parlor games, kind of like Ouija. But it's supposed to be like a self-guided thing through the cards, right? And I was like, yeah, this is what you need to do. All shits and giggles for fun, right? Because you can read into them or whatever. And now it's become like this spiritual, insightful thing. You can talk with your ancestors.
That's wild. I'm not like super knowledgeable about that. I was reading some chick on Instagram was posting like however it coincides with like your zodiac sign or whatever, and it was like Leo's, here's you for December, and then mine was like the devil. It's like fear is stopping you from doing blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yep.
It can be fear, or it can be what's the devil represent again? You acting on your desires instead of acting consciously and being mindful about whatever decisions you're making
Also,
and shit like that.
Right on the head.
Yeah.
Right on the head.
That has a lot to do with the devil card. I think I pulled the devil, the tower, and something else. It was like the three major arcana cards out of the tarot deck. That was my first pull. After I slept with my cards, you gotta give them like used to your energy or whatever. So I slept with my cards, put them under my pillow and shit.
Right. For sure.
I pulled those three first, and I was like, oh god.
I touched Nina's cards, which I realized in hindsight was a terrible thing to do, but like it just didn't like register to me. And yeah, I played it off like, haha, my bad, but like that was actually like a very fucked up thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I apologize, for.
Did she actually bring up
touching
anything about that? She tell you why not to?
Yeah, she explained it to me. I mean, it already like made sense once I like thought about it, but I think it just kind of like shocked me because like I was touching them, and she was like, ah! I was like, wait, what? And then afterwards, I was like, oh yeah, whoops, that makes total sense. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
Tarot 101: don't touch other people's cards.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Don't touch other people's stuff. Period.
Facts. There's consent in that.
Yeah, that's a childhood thing that I never got a good grasp on.
You want to talk about it?
Nah. Just like messing with other people's shit. Just a very handsy person. That sounded
out of context. That's
different. Out of context. I'm not like a handsy. Like I'm just very. Anyway, where are we on time? I meant to have the little counter on it. We're like, what did I say, 8 minutes?
I'm blind, dude.
Do I have my contacts in? I do. Wow. Anyway, we're just gonna keep chopping it. I think we're at like 10-ish minutes. Whatever. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
With my coconut crisp.
A lot better than I thought they were gonna be.
Right? And they're like subtle. They're not like overbearingly sweet. If they had like frosting or something on them, then they'd be too much, I think, to be with the tea. But yeah, I just think about like what would be like, I don't know, maybe somebody from like
what if somebody from the future came back?
Ooh.
Yeah. And then it's like culture shock because then they would have to do more probably, depending on what the future actually looks like. Say it's more futuristic for like shits and giggles and hypothetical. But they come back from like the Jetsons future, type shit, and they come back here and they're like, my car doesn't fly?
Or like fucking your iPhone is like separate from you. You know what I mean? Like you have to find your iPhone.
You don't have tracking chips?
Like phone,
bro, what?
You have to pick up a phone to call somebody. What?
They're probably like, yo, I just tapped my earlobe.
What do you mean your battery died? You're still using battery? Somehow like your lifespan is connected to your technology.
Oh man.
That's actually not like super far. Well, That's probably far-fetched, but like conceptually that would make sense. Like
if they could invent
your life.
I was about to say, yeah, if they could invent machines that could work and function off of bioelectricity, then like, yeah, but humans don't produce that much electricity.
Right. You know how many naps you would need? That's so, oh my God, that's such like a big brother like conspiracy.
Yeah.
You work a 9 to 5 and then like you're literally exhausted by the time you get home from work.
You recharge your batteries
sleep and just do it again. Holy shit. That would suck.
Yeah, that's almost a good conspiracy, just like the birds have batteries.
What's that book called? 1980 whatever.
1984.
Yeah, Big Brother, Big Bro.
That's a damn good book.
It is.
George Orwell wrote that. Y'all need to read that book for real.
I had to academically, but it was a good book.
I wrote my last paper on it in high school.
It's a good
graduation paper or whatever.
That and The Giver was kind of. I can appreciate The Giver. It wasn't my favorite read.
I heard the book was better than the movie.
Oh yeah,
Like the movie was like utterly
everybody,
trash.
Everybody says that.
Well, Life of Pi is one of the only cinematic films that I've seen that people are like, that was a damn good representation of the book. But like The Giver was just like, nah, they missed the mark. Yeah, completely.
I'm not part of that. Because I'm not like a heavy reader, if at all. I want to get into reading more because I think it's coincides with intelligence. But I haven't like read a book and then went to watch a movie on it.
No word.
So I've never had that perspective of like something matching or not matching my visualization of a, you know what I mean? Come here, motherfucker. Ow.
The only one I can do that with probably right now is The Book Thief, because I've never seen that movie. Read the book though. Alright. Heart-wrenching.
Most things I'll read the movie first. Wow. I'll watch the movie first. And I'm a very visual person. Like, I have like a vivid imagination, but if you're talking about some wild shit, like I want to see that wild shit. You know what I mean? I don't want you to like
and you just hope the representation is good enough for it.
Right. Like I don't know, but I can appreciate something being like so well described and like articulated that you can kind of envision it. So I can see both like sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're talking about like some gory shit, like yeah, I'll read it if you're very like articulate and detailed about it. I'm trying to see that shit too.
All right, cool. Then how do you come up with the visuals for 90% of your music videos then?
You
know what I mean? Like, don't you have to like kind of write a script out for that? But it's really like comic, I guess, write the scenes, right? Draw the scenes.
That's actually a good question.
Like, how do you do the transitions? That all counts for some type of script writing.
Right, but I'd say for me, sometimes those visuals like fulfill something that I'm not capable of like verbally articulating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, to like represent that visually kind of like helps me get like an idea across that I couldn't do via like a verse or something like that. You know what I mean?
I guess there's like two sides of the coin when you think about it. Writers who actually write the novels, they have the intellectual power, or I guess prowess, really, to describe those scenes.
Right.
And they might not have the capability to bring those to life, right?
It's just a matter of like which one you're more skilled at. Like, can you like describe it this way or can you describe it this way? You know what I mean? Some people can do it through music, some people can do it through words, some people can do it through visual, aesthetic, whatever the case may be.
No.
But yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes,
How?
Make sure y'all like this podcast episode.
Yeah. Like it. or whatever you do. Share it and do stuff. Do stuff that's good.
Self-promotion is terrible.
Do good stuff.
Gotta work on that.
Like stuff.
Jesus.
So other people see and like do that.
All right, what's next?
Swipe up.
Bro, tell me about these these dates that got canceled.
Man.
Yeah, and I'll give you some life information if it matches in intensity.
You know, it's so funny. You know how, like, and I don't want to, like, make the stereotype because, like, niggas do this too, but how girls are like, I have trust issues because, you know, this man broke my heart. And, and I mean, guys do that too. It just sounds a little different. But, I think I am starting to develop trust issues. Because I was supposed to get coffee with somebody Friday, and I have convinced myself that this person is not going to show up.
Yeah.
I'm actually starting to convince myself that this person isn't actually a person. And they're totally a person. They're totally a person. Yeah, I don't know. I'm losing my optimism.
Okay, so what happened?
I don't know. We hit it off so well. That person, like, initiated the hanging out.
Yeah.
And the day came, didn't get a response. Okay. Later on that day, did a little follow-up, didn't get a response. And, like, this has happened, like, more times than it should to, like, the normal person. And so for a minute, I was just being very, like, introspective. And just trying to think, like, am I, like, the creepy nigga? Yeah, I really thought about it. Like, am I, like, that guy? And so I was looking through, like, the messages and, like, the snaps. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not that dude. You know what I mean? Like, the unsolicited dick pic kind of, you know what I mean? Like, because sometimes, like, I don't think the unsolicited dick pic guy realizes that he's that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, let me make sure I'm not that guy. And I'm not. And I don't know. And then I did a follow-up. So I'm like, is that it? Because based on the other times this has happened, that person just, like, ceased to exist after they flake. And so I was like, yeah, that's what's happening here.
You got ghosted.
I got ghosted.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like we, like, went out on a date and, like, it went horribly, you know what I mean? And then I got ghosted because then I have context. Like, or, like,
I did something wrong.
Yeah,
I can identify
the next
that.
day after, you know, if you get ghosted, you probably performed poorly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all of that makes sense, but, like, this does not. And I'm just confused. And it's to the point where I'm not even, like, my ego's fine. Like, it hurts. Like, obviously, it hurts my ego, like, a little bit. But I'm just more confused than anything. Because I just don't understand. I don't get it.
You getting ghosted is so sad. I'm so sorry.
It's so weird.
But I think people who ghost people without an explanation, granted, nobody's really due an explanation, right, for when somebody leaves. But I think it's not that. Yes, you might be developing trust issues, but I think they already have trust issues and they might not want to, you know, take that step. Or you're just not a priority.
Right. Or, like, some people feel so, like, weird about it or, like, bad, I guess, that they would rather, like, just not talk to somebody after they fuck up. And I've never been that type of person. Like, if we have an argument or whatever the case may be, like, if it's not an argument to the extent where I'm willing to not be friends with you anymore, we're gonna talk eventually. Like, you know what I mean? And so some people, they're like, fuck up, and rather than, like, be an adult and admit they're wrong or, like, you know what I mean, initiate that peace treaty or whatever, they'll just, like, cut off that contact. And so sometimes, like, I'll message and be like, yo, or, like, send some type of message to where it'll be like, hey, if you just, like, kind of, like, tell me what's up, you know what I mean? Like, just don't leave me out.
Hey, you got an explanation.
You know, if, like, something came up, like, I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. We were gonna get coffee. We didn't get coffee. You know, like, I'm not pissed. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just confused.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
That's something small that can be reconciled. I don't know. I know you want that resolved, though.
Right, and you're right. Like, nobody's due an explanation, but there is, like, a sense of, like, some, like, foundational common courtesy to where if there was
It's social accountability to, like, a T.
Right, you don't owe me an explanation because you don't owe anybody an explanation, but it would be, like, relatively decent under certain contexts to give someone an explanation.
Right. Especially with those implications of getting ghosted, man. That's just, it forwards ill will. It's just like,
why are you ghosting me?
Yeah. And then you might ghost somebody now because you got ghosted, bro.
Maybe, man.
Yeah.
And that's weird. Like, have I ghosted somebody?
Probably.
I mean, probably, but like, not enough to where I could be like, yeah, I ghost people. Cause I just don't do it like that. Like, I don't know. I'm the type of person that like likes to give other people closure to. Cause I know what it feels like to like,
not have
you know what I mean? Just like not know what's going on. That's not entirely fair.
I don't think I've ghosted anybody.
And if I did ghost you, eventually like I came around. Like Angela, like I quit Angela like cold turkey. Cause she hurt me. I was hurt, boy. Yeah. And so I quit like cold turkey, just cut off like all contact.
Yeah.
But then eventually I sent the message because it was like I need to like remove myself from this situation completely. That way when I do follow up, it's like it's completely like rationale, you know what I mean? It's not like an emotional response per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever like just been like, I don't know, just like
the common courtesy nigga. Like, I don't know. That's what it is.
Not like I'm like the bee's knees or anything like that, but I don't know. People are weird.
Yeah. Don't ghost people.
Don't ghost people.
That fucks with people's heads, man. It makes them think that something's wrong with them. Give them some closure.
Some people are just confused. Like, I'm just confused more than anything.
Yeah, she hurt you.
I'm so confused.
You are hurting.
I don't even hurt. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I've already, like, made up in my mind that me and this person are never going to contact each other again. And that's completely fine. But I've also realized that I'm probably never going to know why. And that's not... I'm not fine with that. And now I think that this person Friday is going to be the same thing.
Oh, no.
But I'm trying to stay optimistic because I don't want to do that person like that. And they actually come through. And then I end up being...
the ghoster.
is cyclical. It is a cyclical cycle. Cyclical cycle. Wow. It is a cycle.
Oh, man. I hope you're Friday. Wait, so is it this coming Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We shall see. I'm not optimistic about it. I'm so unoptimistic about it that I've already, like, made a plan B to where my time is not wasted. Like, it's that serious.
If they don't show up, I'm going to go work.
Right. If they don't show up, I am still going to do something within that time slot, and it'll be fine.
Oh, man. Huh.
Which might be a good, like, mentality to have. I'm sorry. But yeah.
It's alright.
Is it on your shoe?
Probably.
It's not.
Alright.
If it helps, it was freshly in my mouth. It didn't get like wet and chewy.
That doesn't help.
Okay. I thought it would. Yeah, I can. We're doing good. We're at 23 minutes, I think. This was nice. I feel like we did a lot. We touched on a lot. It turned into a therapy session there for a minute, but that's okay. It still fits the brand.
Honestly.
I'm gonna start having people sit down and it's like, what happened? You know, I mean, just like some simple, like,
who hurt you?
Super vague question, and then people are just gonna start busting out crying. I was 12 and whatever.
Oh gosh.
That was insensitive. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, honestly, if it's that deep, cut.
I was 28. There you go.
Oh man. What else?
I wonder how. Whoa. I wonder how easy it was probably to get ghosted, like, back in the day. Or, like, if people, or, I don't know, I wonder, because I feel like ghosting culture, or, like, ghosting has always been a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just in a different, I guess, format. But imagine, like, back in the day when people weren't, like, easy to contact, and, like, you made, like, plans, like, 2 weeks in advance, and you have to like travel. Like, think about, I don't know, the fucking 1800s or something, where you gotta you gotta make a hike to get
ghosting
a
was
dick
probably
appointment
so
or
much
something.
simpler back then. That's probably why a lot of old people are scarred.
And you're probably like stuck to plans a little bit more. It's like, hey,
Probably.
this motherfucker's traveling a week for this dick appointment. I need to be here. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't know.
Oh,
but
man.
then niggas might have got ghosted back. People might have got ghosted back then too. It's like,
You know how people like ghost their girlfriends that they live with, or like girlfriends ghost their boyfriends that they live with? That happens.
what?
Oh, you've never heard of
How
it?
do you ghost someone you live with?
Bro, alright, so
Go home?
alright, I was on Reddit. Somebody was talking about Reddit's perfect.
Yeah, that's the shit.
Reddit is the shit. And dude was he was telling a story about how he found out his girlfriend was cheating or some shit like that, and like super stereotypical, like, oh, my girlfriend's cheating, whatever, right? He told his homies, and they made a plan that when she was at work, they were gonna get a U-Haul, put all of his stuff in that U-Haul, and dip
Yo,
in 8 hours. And they did that shit.
I love it.
They dipped right out. And to this day, he was like, I think he wrote a note. He was like, I know everything. I never want to see you again. Put the key on the thing. And I don't think he ever contacted her.
Fire. Oh, I love that's such a boss move. Cause you could just come home and have like that huge like cliche argument. Yeah, rah rah rah. Or you could just dip.
He dipped.
And she's just so confused. See that I like, because it's like you deserve that confusion, you bitch.
Oh, man.
But
I've heard like multiple stories just like it too. And people don't even give their spouse an explanation. They just like leave without a trace.
old girl just dipped. Oh, the girl was cheating and the guy dipped. Yeah. That's so oh, the look on her face when she got home.
Probably. It's probably priceless. But that's like,
I love it.
I'm not going to say that she deserved that, but honestly, it probably saved old dude a lot of stress on the back end, having to actually like confront that.
Well, let me say,
especially if he's already accepted
we don't
it.
know if she deserved it, like you said, but he deserved the satisfaction of doing that.
He definitely deserved the satisfaction of separation.
Right.
Yeah,
so he deserved that chess move. She may not have deserved the lack of closure, blah, blah, blah. I can explain. Or, we don't know the context of why you cheated.
Yeah.
He might have been a shitty person, whatever the case may be. But that is a boss move,
No.
and I'm here for it.
I supported dude, and I was like, slow clap.
He just dipped.
That was a move. I don't think I'll ever make a move like that. I hope I never have to make a move like that, but I would totally be satisfied
You know,
in
she
making a
probably
move
did.
like that. Probably.
Called old dude.
Probably. I don't. He never said if he like changed his number or anything like that.
Trash.
But honestly, if you're gonna commit to like just ghosting your partner like that and they live in, change your number. Make sure y'all don't have a joint account. Change everything. Take the dog.
That's what I'm doing.
Definitely take the dog, because that'll hurt more than anything else.
I'm taking the dog.
That'll hurt more than anything else,
Okay,
honestly. If you leave her with the dog, like she has an emotional support animal, if you take that dog, she has nothing.
Right.
She has to call her friend, and her friend's at work.
I don't care who's in the wrong. I'm taking the dog.
Oh, man.
I'm taking the dog. I'll be damned.
But honestly, there are better ways to commit to a move like that.
True.
Would you ever do that to somebody? You think?
Dip out like that?
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
don't want to say no names, but like,
I would absolutely do that.
you know, just leave them guessing.
That's so great. Mm-hmm. I'm such like a low-key person anyway that just coincides with like how I carry myself.
I think there was planning that him and his buddy did too. Like they planned it and everything, and I think he knew for like a week before or whatever. He got himself a new apartment.
Right.
In the meantime, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he's not like homeless or nothing. But
As much as I'd want to have like a part of me would want to have like a yelling match, I would just feel so satisfied doing it that way. You know what I mean?
just quietly leave.
Because I can always punch a bag or something like that and satisfy all that rah-rah
Right.
that I would want to do. But yeah, just either that or
No. Can't stab people. Can't stab people on the PSYCHii podcast.
Okay, well, maybe we should end this on a
On a better note.
less
Violent.
domestically controversial note. Drink tea. That way you don't have to stab your spouse or cheat on them or take their dog, or ghost them, or
Kava for stress relief.
kava for sure. We got the local hive honey. It's upside down because it took like an hour for it to get down here, so I don't want to turn it. And whatever I'm drinking, celestial seasonings.
Wildberry.
That sounds more serious than what it is. Celestial seasonings.
I think it definitely depends on how you say it.
Like the Squidward meme.
Oh, good God.
Celestial seasoning. All right.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah. This was John Doe. I am Pat Eggs, and thank you for tuning in. Till next time.